Hey everybody, Marcus Shan here. If you are wanting to double your sales income in less than 1 year, I want to share with you a case study of my client, Mike Kelly, who's exactly that, who went from earning about $100,000 a year, average middle of the pack, to over doubling, making over $200,000 a year in less than 1 year, hitting the top percentile at his company as well. Keep watching. Excited to share with you this case study. All right, what's going on, everybody? Marcus Shan here, and I'm very excited. I got my guy Mike here, a student of our program who's been absolutely crushing it. Mike, can you say what's up? Introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Hey, Marcus, good to be with you today. Hey, my name is Mike Kelly. I've been in the program for, it's probably going on about 3 years now. I started in 2019, back when Marcus was just getting the program off the ground. And I worked for a uniform company out here in Virginia. And we do basically B2B sales, anywhere from small accounts to very large account.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, I'm excited to have you here, right? And you came from a very similar industry that I came from, so I love that. So, now before you joined our program, what was the challenge or problems you ran into before you joined our program?
Oh man, it was just the typical book more, close more, man. It was, I was about the middle of the pack guy. Wasn't really doing a whole lot, making President's Club every year, but just couldn't get, Marcus just couldn't get over that hump. Wanted to be in the top 5%, didn't know how to get there. Really didn't have anybody to any kind of mentorship or anybody that I could reach out to. So that's where I was kind of at, just kind of a middle of the pack guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I appreciate transparency, right? And it takes a lot to be able to say, hey, I'm in the middle of the pack and I want to get better. So I appreciate that. So
yeah.
For you, why'd you choose our program versus any other program out there?
Well, man, I started following you on LinkedIn. It was, pretty much everybody else just starts following you on LinkedIn. And you know what? It really just made sense to me, and it just kind of took all the guesswork out of it all. It's like I was looking for really the silver bullet to, hey, say this, get past every gatekeeper. Hey, say this and overcome every objection. And the more and more I started consuming your content, I really realized it wasn't like that at all. It was just making those little tweaks to what I was already doing. It was just doing, maybe say this instead of this, And once I started doing that, man, I'm telling you, it just completely just skyrocketed in my career.
Dude, I love that. I love that. So, for you, about how long did it take for you to see just any type of, improvement in results?
How about this?
No, I love that.
No, I'm not. It's pretty much, that's pretty much the way it was. Because once I started implementing the scripts, I started going through the templates, I started really chunking down on how to do the program and started implementing it on a day-to-day basis. I was seeing results pretty much inside of 30 days. Awesome. I was closing about one account a week, and 30 days, I was closing 2 accounts a week, 3 accounts a week, and it just kept getting better from there.
That's insane, man.
Probably early 30 days would be about when I started seeing results.
I love that, man. The cool part is like you get how important it is just to take action, just try, it's not about perfection, just try your best,
That's
so
it.
I like that. So for you, you start seeing results within 30 days, which is awesome. You started, doubling, tripling, quadrupling the number of accounts you're selling each week. So about how long did it take for you to earn back your initial investment?
Oh, wow. I want to say probably inside of 30 days again.
Awesome,
because once I started closing business, I would probably get the initial investment back in, let me see, the commission rate. Yeah, probably within 30 days, because usually it's about a 5-week payment cycle. Totally. So going from closing 1 account a week to closing 2 or 3 accounts a week, that only took 5 weeks to get all that income back. So yeah, man, it was pretty quick. It was.
I love it, because some people say, hey, from the deal closed to paid out, and you're actually like, hey, for me to actually receive the money back in my account, that's pretty awesome. Just over a month. Yeah, I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, the return on investment was pretty quick, man. So that was actually one of the things that I had a lot of apprehension about was, will the program work for me? And man, once I started seeing the success and started seeing some wins and started seeing my income basically double, I was in. I
love that, man. So, for you, as you reflect on the program, and you implementing, everything the best at your ability, what were probably some of the proudest outcomes you had as a result of putting the program into it?
Yeah, you know what is that I really started to elevate my status as a rep.
Mm,
And I really started to become that guy, if you will, that the other reps were looking to say to themselves, how is he doing it? What's he
mm,
doing? And it really also gave me a better quality of life too, because my wife, all that stuff is she obviously likes the better quality of life as well. But it really just had to do with the status of the job.
mm.
I mean, it really had to do with what's that guy doing that we're not doing. And I like to be that guy because I didn't really want to be the guy, again, that was always wondering, how do I succeed in the job? I became that guy that was succeeding in the job. So
That's powerful, man. I think it's just and it's so cool, right? Because then they can help other people, and I'm sure you're probably getting tons of emails and texts, and phone calls. People blowing, like, what are you doing? What are you doing out there?
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. I would get. I'll tell you just a quick story. Is that I actually got an email from one of the upper managers in the company, and the question that he asked in the email was, "Are your numbers for last quarter really legit?" That's what he asked me. He goes, "Are these numbers really legit?" Because nobody in our market center was really producing those kind of numbers. And I just kind of laughed, and I ended up reaching out to him. I was like, "Yeah, man, everything's legit."
That's awesome. I remember, I think you actually reached out to me right after that happened. And to me, it's so funny, right? Like, because now you're able to do what they thought was impossible, right?
That's right.
It's just, you're breaking the boundaries of what those limits are. And it's, that's a really cool thing to see. Right. So,
yeah.
For you, where do you think your life would be right now if you hadn't taken action and joined the program?
That's a great question, man. I think I'd probably quit sales by now. I mean, that is the bottom line for me, because I was doing well, but I really wasn't happy. I really wasn't waking up every day saying, I got this. I got my arms wrapped around this thing, and it just, I really sensed myself starting to wane from the industry, starting to really question myself whether I wanted to do sales anymore. Because even though I was doing okay, I really wasn't operating at my potential. And that really, yeah, man. I mean, to answer your question, just kind of short and sweet, I really don't think I'd be in sales. I really don't.
Wow. I think the thing is too, I think a lot of people out there, most of them aren't waking up saying, I'm going to be mediocre this week. No, nobody wants to be mediocre. No one wants to be average. That's
right.
Just majority of people, hopefully. Right. So
right.
I appreciate that. So if there was, someone, watching this video that was on the fence about joining our program, what would you say to them?
Oh man, if somebody was on the fence about joining the program, I mean, I would just say, read the testimonials, read the reviews, read everything that's on those sites. I mean, join the free Facebook group, talk to people that are in the program, because I mean, you're not going to find one person that's going to say, "Hey, I joined the program," that's working the program, that says it doesn't work. I mean, I know that for a fact, because I see the emails, I see the Facebook groups, I see everything that's going on for the last, 2.5, 3 years. And there are people that have been on the fence, that have taken just that, "Hey, I'm going to go do it," that are getting that 1x, 2x, 3x of their income just from doing the program, and they're never looking. So, I mean, short and sweet, if you're on the fence, take the plunge.
Oh, I love that, man. I appreciate that. Right. And, what if, so sometimes people say, "Oh, well, Marcus, like, I want to be able to do the program, but, but I don't have the money to invest," or they don't believe they have the money to invest. What would you tell someone like that?
Yeah. So if you don't have the money to invest, find the money to invest. I mean, do whatever you got to do. I mean, because I really looked at this. This is how it was kind of broken down to me in my mind, is that if I'm going to get my ROI back in, less than 30 days and increase my income, 50 to 100% over a year's period, why wouldn't I find the money to do that? That formula makes a lot of sense to me. You know what I mean? And that's really what pushed me over, is that formula. Hey, I'm going to invest now, and I'm going to get my ROI back quick. Plus my income's going to go up 100%. And that's where it went. So, I mean, if you have to take the money out of savings, if you have to do whatever you have to do, I would do it because you're going to be able to pay yourself back.
I love that. I mean, that's the truth, right? If it's important to someone, they take the action, they know that even though they don't have the cash, they'll find a way to make it happen. So I love that.
Yep.
Now, what if someone on the opposite end of the spectrum, they're already crushing it. They're in the area, they're doing really well. They're making a great income. Maybe they even win awards, and they're already at the top of the game, but they're on the fence about joining. What would you tell someone like that?
Wow. That was me the last couple of years. I was already at the top, already doing really well, but there's really that thing that, hey, look, what else can I do? What can I go from closing 5 huge deals a week to closing 6 deals a week, 7 deals a week? Where's the ceiling to this thing? I mean, if you're already killing it, I started asking the questions, where can I really go? What can I really do? I mean, can I go from 200,000 a year to 300,000 a year? Can I go from 300,000 a year to 400,000 a year? Where's the ceiling? And I would really tell people, if you're in that position, really, what's the ceiling of where you want to go? And to me, Six Figure Sales Academy can help you get there.
Oh, I love that. I appreciate that. I always equate to sports. When you look at the top athletes in the world, they had coaches that get them there, but once they're at the top, they continue to invest in themselves and have coaches as well to continue to improve. Because at that level, it's never one big adjustment. It's always these tiny tweaks.
Right.
To help you improve. It's like sales, like being great at sales. It could be like the death of 1,000 paper cuts. You got to figure out exactly what those little cuts are, fix them first to actually be great. So awesome, man.
That's it.
Anything else you want to share?
No, man. You know what? I just really want to tell you, thank you, Marcus. The program that you put together seriously changed my life. It has been one of those things that, if I had to invest in it all over again, I'd do it again in a heartbeat because I just believe in it that much. So thank you very much.
Awesome, Michael. Well, thank you so much, my man. Appreciate you. And thanks so much for watching if you're out there.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right. So if you enjoy this interview and you yourself are interested in getting results just like Mike, in which you want to double your income, whether that's going from 100K to 200K, from 50K to 100K, or 250K to 500K plus, go ahead, click the button anywhere on this page to book a time with our team to see if we can help you do the exact same as well. Thank you so much for watching.